For those who are online this morning, when I invite the bell, you're not going to hear it because the musician piece is not on. So I hold it up so you can see that I've got it. So this morning, I'm going to start with a poem, and it's by Reverend Howard Thurman, who had been dean of the chapel at Howard University, and then he started a church for all people in San Francisco. And yes. And it's actually a Christmas poem, but I thought that it was very appropriate, especially as we move into the season. He writes, I will light candles this Christmas, candles of joy despite all sadness, candles of hope where despair keeps watch, candles of courage where fear is ever present, candles of peace for tempest-tossed days, candles of grace to ease heavy burdens, candles of love to inspire all my living, candles that will burn all the year long. So welcome everyone to the Mindfulness Tree meditation community. And you're somebody new. What's your name?
Yes, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
I'm their adopted daughter.
Oh,
But I make them claim me, sort of.
lovely, lovely. And then we welcome Christine Anderson, and also Marion Alston has been gone for a few weeks, so it's wonderful to see everyone. Just before we begin our meditation today, could we just go around the room and say who we are? And that way Christine and Marion can see who's here. So why don't we start with you, Penny?
Hi, I'm Penny. I'm Debbie.
Linda? Christine?
Ashley. Cindy.
Randy, Joe,
Heather. Beverly.
and Mark.
Oh, welcome, welcome. Yes, and we've got Fran. And Laura. Laura. Yes. Coming in. So one of the guidelines that I give for this group is it's okay to come in late. And it's okay to leave early because we understand what happens with lives that get busy. So we're going to begin with our sitting meditation. I'm going to include the deep or dealing with difficult emotions as part of this as we're looking at the particular practices. So I invite the bell. Listen, listen. This is the inviting of happiness to enter into our bodies and take root. And so we arrive, whatever we were dealing with before this time, we allow that to go. And we settle. And we welcome ourselves to our true home. Taking a few moments to just be aware of your posture, aligning the spine from bottom to top. Just noticing the sensation of sitting. into this place of quiet. I invite you to make an intention for this time, the motivation for what brings you here. Perhaps for another person or a being. Dedicating this time for the intention that you make. So we invite mindfulness, sati, that sense of openness, spaciousness, vastness. Curiosity, the goal is not to stop the thinking, but to allow for space and opening up to what might arise. Perhaps through the sense organs such as the ears and the eyes, we hear the sound of rain falling on the roof. But that's only momentarily part of our attention. As we come back to the body in the seated position, uniting of body and mind. The body is breathing. Using whatever tool that you'd like to use, whether counting breaths or using words such as breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my body. We allow the breath to enter through the nose and exit through the nose. The breath being our anchor, focus, of concentration, lightly touching. Breath can be an anchor in the storms that come into our lives. Just like we might tell a small child to just take a couple breaths, just the act of breathing helps to settle even out even the most difficult of times. Master Thich Nhat Hanh uses the analogy of a tree during difficult times. That if you watch the branches, they sway and move, revealing the wind. But when we bring our attention to the trunk and toward the roots of the tree, there is a stability that doesn't move. And so with our own bodies, during difficult emotions or difficult times, we can breathe from the root of our tree, from our happenings. So I'm going to encourage you now to try just noticing the rise and fall of the belly of the abdomen. And to breathe, noticing that rise and fall. Thoughts arising. Just gently bring your attention back to the area of the abdomen. Just notice the stability that comes from the rise and the fall of the breath. Especially during difficult times, during stressful times. But the reality is, emotion is only an emotion. It is not you. You are much more than one emotion. Feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. An emotion may arise, but it also passes away, remembering that it is impermanent. It's honestly meditation. So know that throughout the day, at any time, you can return to this breathing from the abdomen. Focus down into the stability of the ribs. Thank you for the sitting meditation. Trying something with one of the practices that we have in our book with dealing with difficult emotions. And even if you're not experiencing any difficult emotions at this time, there's that knowledge that you can come back to that at any time. So we're going to move into walking meditation and just sharing a few things. Our book, Master Thich Nhat Hanh talks about we're always running. I know from my own personal experience, when I go too fast, that's when I tend to fall, get hurt, trip, that sort of thing. And the purpose of walking meditation is to walk, to walk, exactly. And he says that taking a step is taking refuge. And so we take refuge in the walking meditation, taking refuge in the earth that we touch. In some of his writings, he talks about the earth is wise, and the earth is like a bodhisattva, an awakened one. You know, we don't think of our planet as being a being, but when you think of how it nurtures all living beings, there's a great deal of wisdom in that. So to give care as we walk, that each step, he says, kissing the earth, blessing the earth, which I think is a lovely way of putting it. Now, he also gives a technique that we haven't talked about before that I invite you to try it. You don't have to do this. But as we go to the sanctuary to do our walking meditation, he suggests taking on the in-breath 2 steps and stopping and mentally or in just quietly saying to yourself, I have arrived. And then on the exhale, 3 steps, I am home. And so it becomes almost like a mantra, as we talked about in mantras last week. You can use it as a mantra if you'd like. And so you can try that. But really, it focuses us in on the here and now, not something that we're thinking about in the past, not something that we're thinking about in the future. So try it, you know, bringing that mindfulness, that curiosity of, oh, what's this like? And then from a physiological standpoint, an inhale activates the sympathetic nervous system, which is, I'm ready to go. Exhale activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is relaxation. So what you're doing is you're breathing, you're activating, helping to balance out the central nervous system. So, you know, like holding your breath, you know, that's going to get the parasympathetic nervous system going. So notice that he says 3 steps on the exhale. So he's giving more emphasis to the exhale, which is the relaxation. So with that, we move to the sanctuary and we're going to stay for 2 minutes. Okay, that's it. So anybody leaving your belongings, you've got somebody guarding them. So please.